Hey Larry, what's going on? Oh man, it's time for cash and coffee? It's like almost 8:30 in the morning. I got work to do. Okay, let's do it. Cash and coffee coming up. Okay everyone, it's Bryce. Hey, I made it down to Coffeetopia. We are here to talk with Larry Hebert, one of our cash flow experts here in the Santa Cruz region and beyond. And we're super excited to talk with him. We're gonna cover all sorts of great topics today, from video, cash flow, operations, inventory, all that good stuff that goes into what you should be doing before you open business, as well as what you should be doing while you're in business. Whether you're in 10 years, 20 years, this is all good stuff for you. So, okay, here we go. Okay, so we're here. We are super excited to be sitting down with Larry Hebert. He is our go-to cash flow guru, operations, pricing strategy, all that good stuff that goes into the financial side of your business. And Larry, for the folks that haven't seen you on the show just yet,
sure.
What do you do in 10 seconds? What's your elevator pitch?
Yeah, what I try to do with people is I try to create a planning process for them around financial management, which includes cash, profitability, financial statement review, as well as strategic on where you want to go and take your business and how to get there.
Excellent. That says it all. So for you guys that don't know, Larry and I, we work on a lot of clients together. And we see a lot. We see some wonderful success stories, but we also see some horror stories. And so we're going to go through all sorts of different topics in these episodes. So Larry mentioned that he had one that is definitely worth bringing up, because both of us have worked with that business.
Sure. One of the things I try to do when I get involved with whether it's a startup, a business that's scaling, or somebody that's in trouble, is help them create a plan.
Yeah.
One thing I find out is most people don't have plans.
Majority don't.
They don't have plans. They just want to open a store and operate it the best they can. And when it happens, then you can't look into the future. There's no way to predict a problem that might happen or have a solution for it. So this particular client that we both have worked on, I got involved with as they were a startup. So this is about 2 or 3 months before. Was able to secure SBA loan for them. Wonderful people. We put together their first year cash and profitability statement, so we can look and see where they might be. We developed some goals strategically, and then looked at from a cash and profitability point of view where they wanted to go. So we had to predict sales, look at what their expenses were going to be, and there are items that are not a part of your financial statement, or I should say the profit and loss statement, such as draws, if you're a partnership or if you're a sole proprietor, principal loan payments, interest comes off the financial statement. So there's a lot of things that are included in that. And also, one, if you're a retail store, one is going to be purchasing your inventory. And this tends to be the number one place that people lose sight of.
Yeah. And spend a lot of money on inventory.
They spend too much money on inventory because it's not managed properly based on what their sales are going to be in the inventory terms that we determine. So this was a business that
traditional retail
business, absolutely.
Brick and mortar.
And so we had the whole planning process ahead of time. I worked with them for about 6 months, and we were on track, and we were managing their inventory through an open to buy to make sure that what they've forecasted in their sales, we were able to have the inventory that would turn properly 4 times a year at their margin to reach their sales. And so we had a base inventory set, we had a cash flow pro forma set, and also a profitability. So we had everything in place.
Yeah.
And I was meeting with them once a month. We'd review it, we'd make adjustments, we'd plan the next month. If it looked like there was going to be an issue 30 to 60 days out, we were able to address it right away.
Yeah.
Typically, when people don't have a plan, they don't know they have a problem until they get there, and then they have to make a reactive decision instead of a proactive decision. Those tend to not be good decisions. I'm sure you've seen this yourself.
Preaching to the choir. Yeah, in marketing, same thing. you project what you're going to be spending on marketing. It's that one little line item in
Exactly.
the P&L that Larry helps you run. It's called advertising, and a whole lot is packed into there.
Yes. So we got engaged for about 6 months, and then they felt that they were ready to kind of take it on their own. And so there was about a 4-month span when I didn't see them. I would check in periodically with them just by email, and they'd send back things are going fine. So I got a call in January to come and see them, anticipating they had a great Christmas and they'd be flush with cash and the whole thing. And when I left them, not left them's wrong. When we disengaged for a period of time, they had approximately $100,000 in the bank. They owed very little. Inventory was right on target where it was supposed to be.
Place to be.
Right,
Yep.
supposed to be. So it was good.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came back in January, anticipating that we just got done with the Christmas sales,
Yeah.
so
Things should
retail
be good.
they should be really flush with cash, and we're getting ready to plan the next year. And I walked in and they had $3,000 in cash. We checked; they were supposed to have 75,000 inventory. They had about 130 in inventory.
Whoa.
And they went from having their payables of about $8,000 to $10,000 when I left to be 80.
Yeah.
It had completely turned upside down, and so I was a little shocked.
How do you fix something like that? That's crazy.
Yeah, that was it. So what we did was I didn't panic. You know, I just tried to get a lay of the land of what had happened the 4 months before.
Yeah.
And they had a very nice Christmas for their very first one. They had a great Christmas. But what had happened previous months before that is that their sales were not hitting what they anticipated, but they weren't making any adjustments because they didn't do any planning. When I left, the planning stopped. They weren't doing the cash flow planning anymore.
Yeah.
So they were just kind of, money would come in, money would go out. They weren't doing what's called the open to buy. So they're just randomly buying merchandise. And if you don't sell as much merchandise and you don't make adjustments going forward, you keep buying more merchandise.
Yeah.
And it just piles on top of each other.
And the merchandise keeps getting older and older and harder to sell.
And people are in a misconception. If I have more merchandise, I'll sell more.
Yeah.
You'll sell more when you have more people come in the store.
Yeah. If you were to sum it all up, what's the one kind of take home must do or moral of the story that basically comes out of this situation?
You have to plan and manage your cash.
Yeah.
On a daily, weekly, monthly basis, and you have to have a plan in place because you want to be able to be proactive in your approach to running your business and not reactive.
Yeah.
And I will say, the number one place that you don't want to take money out of is marketing. Because I see people all the time that come in and say, well, I'm going to cut my marketing. I go, well, how do you get people in the store? That's the one place you want to have your money come in because you have to generate those people coming through the store, creating an image in the community that if they want a certain product or service, that your name is there and it comes through marketing. Mm-hmm. And so that's why marketing and these cash and operations really are intertwined together.
Yeah.
Intertwined together, you have to have them. But it's all about managing your cash, managing your business. And as the old saying goes, if you don't manage your business, the business will manage you, and it may not be pretty.
Yeah.
I like that. That's what I've seen.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
We see it all the time.
All the time.
So,
all the time.
Awesome. That's a great story.
Yeah.
And hopefully you guys picked up some tips here and there throughout that story, but that's a real life. Like, that's a client that we've worked with, and just we want to help you as much as possible avoid those fire drills and be proactive. So take that moral of the story and run with it and put it into your kind of operations, and you'll be in a good place. So,
and I might say, just to add one thing, we have developed a new plan, and they are seeing results of this plan. Their cash is increasing, their debt's going down, and we're on a trajectory.
Excellent. That's what we want.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.